afternoon, good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first podcast made. Ever by us. I do not know how to present this, but here it is. It's just a pilot podcast. We're just figuring things out. And welcome to the best podcast in the future ever. I'm here with Kikker. Why don't you say something about yourself, Kikker?
I am Kikker. I am 20 years old. I am a pimp for life. I like I like food and oh my god, I like food and I like to feed the children in my basement from time to time. So if you're interested, then hit me up.
I don't feed my children.
You don't? Oh.
I just skip that immediately. I just eat them. I let them eat each other.
Oh, that's a good one too. I was thinking about doing that as well. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that as well, but I feel like the children need to have some kind of affection towards you, and if you let them eat each other. But if you let them eat each other, then you have to like keep on getting new children, you know. And if you don't kill them, if you just feed them and treat them right, then you don't need to like. I mean, like if you're saying that you let them eat each other, so you maybe go like outdoors again for like once or twice every week to get new children, right? I mean, I don't go out the door like
I just get a big
ever.
group and I do a battle royale. The goal is to get the alpha cannibalist child.
That kind of reminds me of the story of Zabuza of Naruto.
Oh, God. We turned into anime already. It's been what? How many minutes, man?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god. Well, we had a few topics in mind instead of just fucking around with saying that we feed children. Of course, that's a joke. We don't feed them.
We don't. No, definitely not.
But yeah, you said you had like a little story that you wanted to share with other people.
I have a little story, and I'm really curious about like the how people are gonna appreciate this, because it's kind of like something I really want to do. My life motto is to live while making adventures and creating stories. Like my reason to live is to make stories.
Yeah. And why don't you tell a cool story? Like
that's exactly what I want to do.
Let everyone warm their hearts with your story.
You know that moment when you're at a party or around a campfire with your friends or whatever, you're meeting new people, and somehow you get to the topic of telling something that happened in your life, you know, and you create this entire story because you actually experienced it and it actually happened, you know. And always people always are like, they react really enthusiastic, like, hey, oh, that's so cool, you have more stories to tell and stuff. And I was thinking like, yeah, I have like a lot of stories because my reason to live is to make stories. And
your reason to live, fuck studies, fuck love, fuck your family,
fuck everything. I just want to experience life, you know. I just want to go on an adventure. I mean, like, I am the little Bilbo Baggins. That's me.
Gonna call you Dildo Baggings.
Yeah, they call me Dildo Baggings.
Dildo Beginnings.
Dildo Beginnings. That's a good name for the podcast. Dildo Beginnings.
I was thinking of off the real note instead of on a real note off a serious note. You know, I thought it was a nice pun.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Because then already the title can explain for people who don't know is that, you know, or people that are fucking retarded that do not get that we're just fucking around. So the title protects us of the things we say because like, look at the title, we're off a serious note. We don't mean this.
Yeah, okay, so true.
That's why I wanted
that might be a good one as well, yeah. But let's keep Dildo Baggins in the race because I really like that.
Dildo Beginnings.
Dildo Beginnings, yeah, of course. Okay. So, I'm getting a story with me. Wait, 1 second. Oh, this is gonna be hard though because I haven't practiced this at all. So I'm gonna have like a lot of and or something like that,
It's fine. I accept you. Do
You accept
feel
me
my
how I
hand on
am.
your
That's
shoulder?
nice.
Do you feel my hand on your shoulder? I have my hand on your shoulder right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Rick.
I accept you, Kikker. I'll
Wait.
cut that out.
Let me. Yeah. Thanks. Wait. Let me. I got it. So here's my first story.
Go ahead.
This is a story about when I went to Japan for the first time, and as soon as I
You're
got
already
to
starting with the us.
yeah.
It's so bad, man.
Oh,
You
man.
can do this. I trust in you.
Okay, I can do this. I believe in myself. I can do this. Okay, so this is a story about me going to Japan. On the 14th of March 2018, I departed from Amsterdam Airport to Narita Airport. I had done all the necessary preparations, including setting my bank card to worldwide. I had to do this since I don't own a credit card. My mom had given me 20 euros cash for emergencies. I was super hyped when I arrived in Japan. The first thing I had to do was get to a hostel at the airport to get some sleep and to clean myself. But before that, I needed to get some money. After walking around the airport for a while, I could find an ATM. After trying to eject money a few times, I realized that my payment card was broken or it just didn't set to worldwide properly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sucked.
So it got fucked so quickly already.
Yeah, like I got there in Japan and I didn't have any money at all instantly. So I was fucked. So imagine me like standing there on that airport, like one of the biggest airports in the world, and then just like messing around with like an ATM for like 1 hour, just trying to get money, just trying over and over again with my card, but just not working. Yeah, it sucked. So I like called my bank and stuff, and they were like, yeah, sorry, we can't help you. You need to find something, or you need to figure this out on your own and stuff. And I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Really, fuck the banks, dude. Just
Yeah,
invest in
fuck the banks. Yeah, I
Fuck
mean,
banks, get
if they couldn't like really explain why it didn't work, because I asked them if they could check if it really set to worldwide properly, and they said it did. So I did like prepare well enough to do that. I prepared it well enough to go to Japan, but it was just like my card, my bank card was just like broken or something. I tried when I got back from Japan. I tried to eject money from an ATM in the Netherlands, and it still didn't work because it was just broken. So I got a new card after that, and it was fine. But like, I was still fucked in Japan, and not only in Japan, also in Taiwan and Thailand and Nepal. I just couldn't get any money. That was like really really sad.
Oh man, banks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, banks are annoying as fuck. No, but honestly, I could have also just gotten like an credit card, but I think I'm stupid, so I didn't.
Cool.
Okay, well, I tried to eject money, but it just didn't work. So I was stuck on the other side of the world with only 20 euros cash, which is equal about like 2,500 yen, or like $24. Yeah, that was something. And I also couldn't like get to my hostel, because I didn't have any money to pay the hostel. So
you
that
have
was
to
like
pay those Japanese ladies in
yeah, exactly. I had to like go to walk from the airport
Like, hey
to
lady,
central Japan.
You want to make the step from dragon dildos to dildo beginnings?
Yeah. Yo, my new name is gonna be Dildo Beginnings.
Yes, you're gonna be dildo.
I'm gonna be Dildo.
You should change that on your Discord as well. Just dildo.
Yeah, I'm gonna no.
Or dilbo or something with the
Dilbo-
B, so you do
dilbo.
not get banned.
Exactly. I'm gonna do that definitely. So I just like walked towards like the middle of Tokyo, and I just like approached random old ladies. I was like, "Hey, do you want some? I want to have some fun,
Some dick?
If I can get some money." Yeah.
Do you want some dick?
Yeah.
Some
Do you
pure
want some
Western
dildo beginnings,
dick, girl.
Yeah. some good young 80-year-old dick. Some good young 80-year-old Western
I want
dick.
some white meat
Let's
right
get him.
here.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh god.
Okay, no, that is not true. I did not do that. By the way.
We're off the
So
we're off the serious notes, so it's okay. We can
yeah,
say
it's
whatever the
after
fuck we
series.
want.
Yeah, exactly. So I did go to the hostel at the airport, and I was lucky enough that they accepted credit card payment from my parents, who were back in the Netherlands. So they let me sleep there one night because my parents could like pay for it on the other side of the world, through internet.
Mhm.
So that was my first night, so I could like clean myself and get some sleep and stuff. And I was like, okay, so my money problem is a problem that I'll fix like tomorrow. I just didn't want to think about it anymore. I just had like this big flight, and I just wanted to sleep.
Dude.
Yeah. So after the first night at the hostel, I decided to get my 20 euros exchanged to yen. Um, so I had like at least something I could like spend. So I had like maybe 2,500 yen cash with me, which is not a lot. Now I had to find some way to get money for the rest of my days in Japan, because otherwise I wouldn't have any money. And after doing some research, I found out I could transfer money to a Western Union office and collect it at one of their offices.
Mhm.
It's like this worldwide bank where you can transfer money to, and then you can pick it up at one of their offices. So it's used a lot by like workers that work like abroad and send
Yeah.
money to their families. So I did that. I made an account and I sent some money to like to the Western Union bank, and decided I would like go to my next hostel first because I could also get like a next hostel more into Tokyo than the airport, and with the credit card from my parents. And then I could I could walk from that hostel to the Western Union office, so I could exchange the money. So I did that. I went to Tokyo on my second day, and then dropped my stuff at the hostel, and then I ventured out to a Western Union office in Tokyo. Okay, so this is me walking through Tokyo for the first time ever, and I didn't have any money, or just like 20 euros, and I didn't know anything about Japan. I didn't do any research or something. I just did all the necessary preparations to go there, nothing more. So yeah, and I didn't have any money for any kind of train or transport. So I just had to walk from my hostel in Horikiri to the Western Union that was to the Western Union that was most nearby, which was in Akihabara. And for those of you who know what Akihabara is, it's like this massive fucking city, part of the city in Tokyo, which is like dedicated to anime. It's
Of
insane,
course you know.
of course. And from my hostel to Akihabara was like about a 2-hour walk. So I did that, and I didn't mind to walk that far since I was new in Tokyo and I got to see some nice places during my walk. And after walking for 2 hours and spending like about half my money for food on the way, I arrived in the Western Union office in Akihabara. Yeah, it was insane. And when I got there, I got confronted with lots of surprises because Tokyo is actually massive as fuck. In Tokyo, you can walk for like 2 hours, and you actually covered only like maybe a quarter of the entire length of Tokyo.
Yeah, yeah.
So and it's like all like insane like skyscrapers and busy roads and yeah, it's so fucking massive. You can't even like realize how massive Tokyo is. It's insane. And when I went into Akihabara, I was like even more flabbergasted because Akihabara is like massively big. It's like insane skyscrapers with giant anime posters on it and stuff, and it was so busy and so many people. It was insane. It's just you get overwhelmed so quickly, and it was like I stepped into like an anime world as soon as I entered Akihabara. It's just like, it was insane. So when I got to the Western Union office, which was this little corner stand, I actually felt really uncomfortable because it was so chaotic, and I was going to receive a lot of money right there on the street, while dozens of people could literally just take the money and run. It was really uncomfortable. But when I asked if I could receive the money, they told me they needed my passport, and of course I forgot.
No, oh my god. So much of a story for that.
Yeah, I forgot my fucking passport in my hostel. So
Oh,
I
you
walked for
forget it.
2 hours into Tokyo, and I didn't have any money. And I got to the Western Union office, and I couldn't get any money because I didn't have my passport. I left it in my hostel since I figured it would be more safe there. I don't know what Tokyo is. Maybe I get robbed and people take my passport, and then I'm fucked because I was going to venture into Southeast Asia more after I was done in Japan. So I was really careful with my passport, and I hope my ID was just enough to receive the money, but clearly wasn't.
Oh,
So yeah, it was insane. And the employees of the Western Union told me that there was another Western Union office closer to my hostel that I didn't see.
you fucking idiot!
Yeah,
Oh,
so I walked 2 hours for fucking nothing. Well, I could have walked for like 30 minutes to another one.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh, that was so
man.
insane. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Oh. Well,
Yeah.
now, actually, the pun makes the whole story worth it. You could have
Yeah.
gotten to the point.
Exactly.
Oh man.
But they also told me that if I went to back with the train, I would be able to get there before it would close because I could get the train to my hostel, get my passport, and walk to the other Western Union office. Before it closes, it was like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock when I got there, and it would close at like 6. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get to the train and like make it. I was like positive and hopeful that I would be able to receive money and have like a good Japanese like dinner that night. So my journey back to the hostel began, and but this time I went with the train, and I haven't sat like a train in Japan ever before, and the train stations in Japan, they are so fucking massive. So as soon as I got to like the train station, I kind of already knew I was going to make it because navigating yourself through the station of Akihabara while you can't understand Japanese and don't even really know where you need to go can be pretty tough.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
I didn't know what train I needed to get. I didn't know where I needed to get the ticket, and I didn't know anything. But I saw like tickets machines on like a wall there, so I walked there and I was like looking at the machine and I was like overwhelmed with all these Japanese signs and options and places that I didn't know, and I looked disorientated as fuck probably. And a man walked up to me and asked if he could help me out. So I was like, "Oh, nice, which like Japanese people are nice. They can help me out. That's
And
cool."
then he fucked you in the
So
ass.
so yeah, it kind of did though. My ass still kind of hurts from that, but
I
he
thought
yeah.
Japanese people had little penises.
Well, yeah, well, this one didn't.
This one had a huge ass Japanese cock. This
This
one
one
had an
has like a
octopus
black
down there.
mamba. Oh, it hurt as fuck.
Oh my
It hurt
god.
as fuck. So yeah, okay. So I told him where I needed to go and what ticket I needed, and he told me what ticket I needed and what train I needed to take. So like a ticket was like 500 yen, and I still had like 800 yen left. About from the food I got on the way there, and as soon as I got my ticket, I withdrew my ticket from the machine, and he just grabbed the exchange money, you know. And I was like, "Hey, can I have my money back? Because I need it." And he gave me just like 200 yen, and he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I take the rest because I help you out." I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
What the fuck?
Yo,
Yeah.
you can't just like take my money. Thank you for helping me out, but you can't like take my money.
And
But
then
he
you
told me
smacked him in the
like,
fucking face.
yeah, well, I wanted to, of course, but he was like, yeah, no, it's a helping out gift because I helped you out. And I was like really confused because he was very helpful until now, and I was like, wait, what? And I wanted to get mad and take my money back, but since I needed to catch a train or I wouldn't be able to get to the Western Union on time, I couldn't. I just needed to get to the train, otherwise I would miss it. So I was just like, okay, yeah, sure, have the money, and just ran to the train.
What a fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah, that was like insane. But surprisingly, I actually was able to make it on time to the train.
Alright,
So
well,
that was
thank you
nice.
for that.
Disclaimer of like everything I say, everything in the story is actually true and actually happened. By the way, it's insane. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
stupid as fuck, but it actually did.
it's still believable. It's not
Hmm?
like you fighted an alligator or something.
Well, it is believable. This is really like inconvenient. It's just like a really inconvenient coincidence.
Alright, so what happened next?
Because I was in the train and I knew it was the right train because I was going the right way, and I saw like the places where I walked before in the train. So I was like, okay, this is good. I'm gonna make it. And in the train, suddenly like my fucking phone died. The batteries of my phone died.
Oh, of course.
Of course, definitely, of course. I mean, what else? It was
Yeah,
yeah, that happened. And the problem was on the phone I was keeping track of where I needed to get out. Yeah,
So now you didn't
and
know where to get out, right?
yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
I wasn't like experienced with the names of the train stations,
of the train,
So
yeah.
I was just like trying to keeping track of where I was through maps and just like, okay, now I need to get out this train station.
Yeah, so now you
But then my
couldn't. So how
phone
did
died
you?
and I didn't know what train station I needed to get out, so
Yeah.
I was
So what did you
fucked.
do?
Now I couldn't check what station I had to get off, and I needed to charge my phone before venturing to the Western Union, obviously, because otherwise I didn't know where the Western Union would be. So I needed to get to my hostel even quicker before the Western Union would close. If I didn't make it on the Western Union that day, I would have to survive the rest of the day with just like 100 or 200 yen, which is literally just like 1 or 2 euros. And I didn't have any like the only thing I ate was like this corn dog I got in the fucking convenience store on the way to Akihabara.
Wow, you're almost there for a day, and you're almost a homeless person.
Yeah, definitely,
That's the new record.
exactly that. I was like homeless already. I didn't have any money. Like holy shit. So well, when I got off the train, it was starting to get dark, and I had to find my way to the hostel without my phone. And the only way I could find my hostel was to find some places that I recognized, and navigate my way through memory. The darkness of the night tends to like change the appearance of urban areas. Do you know that feeling of seeing a school at night?
Feeling of seeing school
Like
at night. What do you mean?
yeah, yeah, like when you see a school at night, it's like it's a way different feeling, and it looks way different than when it's like day.
The lights are still on and everything outside is dark. Is that what you mean?
No, like when the lights are off and everything is dark and just like seeing the school like at 1 or 2 a.m.
Well, I'm not familiar with that, but go on.
Okay, well, that's kind of how it felt. It just looked way different, and I didn't recognize anything. So I remember I walked through like small alleys with lots of green and peaceful city noises. And that same
People
afternoon,
were
I
getting
walked there.
shot, and there were drive-by shootings.
Yeah, it kind of no. It was even worse. It was worse than that because now I walked through like dark passages. Once that woman would like avoid at night, those kind of things, and I couldn't see any green anymore. And the peaceful city noises became just like totally fucking silent. I couldn't hear anything, you know. And that just like if you hear something, then you feel like okay, there are people nearby. It's fine. But if it's so fucking silent, that's fucking frightening as fuck. Especially when you're in the fucking biggest city of the entire world. It felt like I was completely alone, and that feeling is not a nice feeling to have, like in the biggest city in the world. Since you know that it can't be true. There are just so many people, you can't be alone, but it feels like you're alone. So it's kind of scary. After walking through like the neighborhood, in which I knew my hostel had to be in for maybe 1.5 hour, I finally recognized something. It was like a poster I saw when it was day. So I needed to go. So I knew now I had to go like straight and then right and then left and then right again, and then I would get to my hostel because I walked that afternoon as well.
Yeah.
When I got to my hostel and charged my phone, I realized what time it was, and it was like 8 o'clock or something. It was, and then I realized I actually walked for like 1.5 hour through the neighborhood trying to find my hostel.
Oh no, so
It,
you were late
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, and it was 8 o'clock, and Western Union closed at like 6, so I was fucked. I didn't
Yeah,
have any
man.
money, and I needed to get like dinner
Well,
uh,
just fast
for like
for a day, man.
€2. Um,
Or just get shit food. That's possible as well.
yeah, exactly.
Just eat
That's what I
straight
did.
up rice.
I just like charged my phone, and then I went to a nearby convenience store and got some instant noodles, with the 200 yen I had left. And the first thing I did next morning was just go to the Western Union office with my empty stomach, and um, this time not forgetting my passport.
Yeah. So, well, a happy ending there, or did the Western Union said, fuck you, we're gonna take all your money?
No, actually I got
And you
there, and
died.
yeah, that's actually also a fun thing to tell, because I got there and it was like this really weird house it was like this really weird house on top of another house with like this fire staircase. I need to get up, and then I was just standing there. I was like, am I at the right spot? And then I was looking around, and I saw this really little sticker of Western Union on the door somewhere. So I was like, okay, so if I go up here and then uh,
Yeah.
knock there, then I'll probably be fine. And there were actually nice people there. At first, they were like, yeah, come in and stuff, and they were like, who are you and why are you here and stuff. But after a while, they I told them like, hey, I got some money. I'm trying to receive some money and stuff, and they were nice people. They talked a little bit small talk and stuff, so that was nice. And I got money, and then I fucking went into Japan and experienced Japan like with money, and that's nice.
So you had the contrast between being a poor ass fuck and
Exactly.
being a rich Western spoiled kid.
Yeah, exactly that.
Wow.
Exactly that.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's a nice story, but you tell a lot of irrelevant details, man. That is hard to still listen through.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But don't worry about it. You still have my hand on your shoulder. Can you feel it? I'm squeezing.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel
So
it. Thank you, man.
yeah,
Thank you, man. Yeah, I need
yeah.
to get like
You need to get some
the
storytelling
storytelling stuff.
skills.
Yeah, exactly that. I need to get some
I'll
storytelling
send you a
skills.
tutorial.
Oh, really? Do you have that? Okay, sure, cool.
No, I don't have a tutorial, but I'm sure there's a TED talk about it. I think I saw it somewhere one time.
Oh,
Oh
okay,
man,
cool.
well I have a short story I want to tell as well though. It's not
Oh,
about
cool.
Japan, but it's about let's just say a family member, and with this family member, with my cousin, right? We were in the same class in school, right? It was the last class of primary school, and he was 1 year older because he repeated the course. So
Okay.
we had this teacher for music, which is basically music, only music, arts, and she was hot as fuck, dude. And it was
Nice.
it was back in the time when I used to live in Spain, and she was blonde, which is not that common in Spain, right? She was like this hot ass blonde teacher that made me come into puberty a little bit earlier than normal.
Oh
Like
my
I
god.
was 12 and I already hit puberty just by looking at her.
Damn.
So
Okay, cool.
I said we would usually
Teacher
talk about her.
complexes.
Yeah, man. Like we would talk about her, right? Like of course not in class with her. We just talked on her own,
Just
on her
like
own time.
straight up to her
Like,
face. Hey, teacher, you're
hey,
hot
man.
as fuck.
Yeah, man. Like we were talking and we were like just it was not saying she was she was hot, but it was like moaning like, oh my god, she is hot, dude. And so one of the million conversations we had about that one time, he said like, oh my god, she's just so hot, I would literally jerk off in class. So I was like,
Holy shit.
well, I kind of doubt that. You know, you have balls for everything, but I don't see you doing that. So I said,
And
like,
this guy was family
no
of
tienes
yours.
cojones. Yeah, what? Yeah, he was my cousin.
Oh
And,
my
and, and,
god.
and I said to him, like, you don't have balls. You don't have the balls to do that. No tienes cojones, hacer eso. And so he said, like, all right, fine. So the next time we were in the class, I remember it was a really weird way that the tables were structured, you know, where the people could sit. But the thing is, if I looked at him, I could see under his table, right? That's the thing. And he was sitting next to my crush,
God.
the girl that I had a crush on.
Oh
So,
my god.
I remember that
No
motherfucker staring at me and nodding, you know, like he just nodded at me. And I was like, no, he's not. So I see him pulling down his pants a little bit, and his fucking erected penis just jumps up, you know, like a fucking ruler that you, boing, you know. And I was like,
what
no
the
way,
fuck?
he's actually gonna do it. So he started jacking off, looking at the teacher, and I looked back at the teacher, and she didn't realize, right? But I think she could have looked under the table as well, but she didn't for a reason, or maybe she could not see it. I don't remember that well. I was 12, and he was 13, so we were young enough to not come, right? Like he couldn't come back then. He told me, because otherwise he would have made a mess, and that, you know, you cannot conceal that really well.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
so I was literally screaming inside, like, what the fuck is going on here? And eventually he stops, right? He stops, and I don't know, he just puts his dick back in his pants. Maybe it was too risky or something. And then I remember the motherfucker with the same hand that he jerked himself off. He was like, looked at my crush and like pushed her face away with that hand, like jokingly, like, oh, get out of here, right? And she was like, no, stop. And I was like, you motherfucker. So
oh my god.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
It was insane, man. It was insane.
Oh god.
It's one of those memories that are engraved in your being forever, right? You will never forget that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Imagine you're that teacher. Imagine
God damn it.
you're just like
I always think about, like, what if she was just pretending all along, and she was like, that is too much of a situation to confront, right? How are you gonna deal that? How are you gonna be a teacher, see that one of your students jacking off looking at you, and then be like, do you want to interrupt the whole class for that? You know, do you want to be like, what are you doing, so the whole class looks at that poor motherfucker? Yeah. Or are you just gonna let it slip? You know, just, you know what? If I don't react, it will be for the best.
Oh my god.
So
I don't know. I have no idea what I would do if I was a teacher.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck?
I think the thing I would do is just you know, like, being like, hey, you're gonna stay later, right? And then talk to him really seriously, like, don't you ever do that in my class again. But,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would just like call him up to me like later when the class is already gone, you know. And then I would like have like a really good talk, and also with his parents nearby, of course.
Yeah.
I would be like, yo, this is not acceptable. Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's still.
I can't imagine.
He created a legend, right? Like, he is a legend in my memories now.
Yeah, that is definitely a move only a legend would make.
But
definitely.
do you know about people that jerked off into class? Because there was this video going around in the Netherlands about this little kid that was jacking off in class, right? But
I don't
do you know what
know.
video I'm talking about?
I know what
this girl.
I know what video.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. I know what video you're talking about, and he actually came, and that was nasty as fuck.
But so, right,
it was like
guys,
in high school was that.
For the people that know about this story in the Netherlands, there was this girl that was filming, like, from the front side of the camera of her mobile phone, right, and like trying to, like, over her shoulder film this guy that was jacking off. Because, of course, she didn't want to turn around or something. She was like, what the fuck is he doing? So she tried to see that way and like, recorded it. And then you see, like, this little cum shot under the table.
Yeah, it's so fucking
and the girl
nasty.
turns to her like, what the fuck are you doing there? And like, you see the guy just, like, breaking down, right? Like making himself really small, looking like, oh no, they got me. Right? And I'm thinking, what the fuck were you thinking, right? Like you know you can't come. What? Don't you plan in advance? Like, how am I gonna clean that, right? Like, at least come into a fucking sock or something. What the fuck are you doing?
Holy shit, you're pretty fucking stupid if you do that, yeah. What the fuck?
But now, you gotta be a fucking retard. But now, the thing is, I heard stories. I don't know if these are true, but I heard stories that the guy killed himself eventually.
Oh,
is
really?
that true? Did you hear about that?
Oh, no,
I
I
just
don't. I
heard about
didn't.
that.
I didn't hear any
Uh,
stories about that, but I can imagine he did. To be honest,
yeah,
it's
dude.
insane. But like that is, to be honest, that is too much. If you, I mean, that shit is just funny when it happens, you know. And at the moment itself, it's just like, oh my god, that's so fucking nasty, and oh my god,
Yeah. I mean,
fuck that guy, you know.
what could have that
But
little
later
kid
in
done?
life, yeah, exactly.
What
I
could have
think
kid have done?
of
He
course
could have
when
maybe
you
just owned
yeah.
it, you know?
Exactly. When you're like at that age, then you think your life is over. But I really think that later on in your life, like it gets forgotten. You know, people you meet new people who don't know about it, and
I don't know
it's
about that.
fine.
I don't know about that.
I
Maybe in high
do.
school,
I
but in
think
high
so.
school everything seems forever, right?
Yeah,
But
that's true.
at
Exactly.
the same time, I think the best thing that you can do if they already caught you, so to speak, you could just fucking own it. You know, be like, yeah, I just jacked off, girl. What you gonna do about it? I'm a bad boy. You know, I think that's better
Exactly.
than having a
Exactly.
breakdown and letting everyone walk over you. Just be a proud masturbator.
Yeah, just
Right? Be like,
proud.
you know
Yeah,
what? I'm
I
proud of my
masturbated. I'm
sexuality.
proud of it.
Exactly. Don't you misgender me? No. What is the name again? Like yeah. Anyway, just be
Exactly.
a proud man, right? And then
Like,
say, you know what? I'll
and
do it
later
again.
in life,
I'll fucking do it
yeah,
again.
exactly that. And later in life, you can actually say like, "Yo, I am such a fucking legend. I came in class."
Exactly. You were like, man, I had such a high libido. I didn't give a fuck, man. I just
Yeah.
jerked off whenever I wanted, however I wanted,
Oh
to
man.
whoever I wanted.
Yeah.
Right? I think
That
you
is
should have
alpha
done
as
that.
fuck, actually.
Exactly.
Holy
The
shit.
alpha. You're like the alpha masturbator. All those beta masturbators jerking off privately. You're a real deal, man. You
All
jerk
those-
off
all
whatever the
those
fuck you want.
pity-
What if you
all
wanted
those
to be a
petty,
porn
like-
star?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. All those
That
petty,
would have been
like
perfect on his
all the-
resume. Right?
This
Are you,
would be perfect.
sir? Are you afraid to fuck her in front of a camera? And you're like, son, I came in class. What are you gonna do?
Fucking over camera is nothing for me. Give me a harder challenge.
Exactly, man. What the fuck? I think that guy could have been a super porn star.
He could have been, and he would have been like instantly known like throughout the entire
little kids-
Netherlands because we
Little
also
kids,
like
this is our advice. If they ever catch you jerking off in class, just own it, man.
just
be
own
proud
it.
of
And no, just not only
mean, of
own
course,
that,
don't do
just
it.
own everything you do. Just fucking
we-
own everything you do. You know.
Everything you do. Exactly.
That's the way. That's the way of life. If, you know, don't ever be ashamed of anything you do, because if you are ashamed of doing it, then you wouldn't have done it in the first place.
Exactly. Jesus died for our
just-
sins. Don't let them have died in vain.
Exactly. If Jesus died for your sins, why would you kill yourself if you sin? You know, Jesus already died. Why
Exactly.
would you die as well? You know, fuck that.
I completely
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, no, but honestly, I think it's alpha as fuck to do that, because all those other pity like
No,
schoolboys who are.
let's not endorse doing it either.
Well,
because it's a
no,
pretty
of course
retarded
not.
thing to do.
It's a pretty retarded thing to do, because yeah, obviously. But like if you do it and you get caught, like all those pity like fucking high school boys who are too afraid to even talk to a girl, you're not like that. You're just like that alpha
Exactly.
guy who actually just fucking jerks off right in front of the girl.
Yeah, man. Approach anxiety be like for losers, man. Have like
Yeah,
jerk off
exactly.
anxiety. of
Yeah.
doing that in front of the girl.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
that shit. I am so proud of myself. I am so self-assured that I can just like fucking jerk off in class.
Yeah.
That's good.
Let's not talk about little kids jerking off anymore. I think this theme is over.
That is true. It is kind of. Don't do this at home, kids. Don't.
Do it in class. Don't do it at home. Jerk off in class always. Never at home. Oh man, that was just too good.
Oh. Oh, I can't believe like what's gonna happen if people are gonna like hear this podcast and think like, Those guys, what the fuck are they talking
if they
about?
got through your story, if they got through your story, they'll probably make it to the end.
Yeah, that probably will. I mean, my
my
story
God.
wasn't that interesting at all, so. Oh well.
No, it was an interesting story. You just have to learn how to get to the point and to make it like catching, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it sounded
But
more
that's,
as if you're like
something.
reading aloud for a diary and for old people to listen to you. But you know, we the next generation, we don't have concentration at all. You need
No,
to
exactly.
keep our attention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to work on that. But
Don't get me wrong.
by the
I
way,
enjoyed
guys,
the
if
story.
anyone has any like tips on my storytelling or anything, I appreciate feedback. So if you got any tips, just hit me up, please. Wait, you can't hit me up. Just write it down in the comments.
But hey, you said that you had to go somewhere, right? Like at
Yeah, I have to go soon. So yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hang out with my brother.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Why don't you get him on a podcast?
Well, maybe I can invite him sometime. It would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I think it would be really funny if my brother would join the podcast. He's
But
actually
yeah,
like a high school teacher, so that's really
Oh!
fucking funny.
He can endorse people to jerk off in class.
Yeah, exactly.
He can jerk off in class himself.
He
Then
can,
set the
yo.
norm. Let high school people get in touch with their own sexuality, right? No need to
Definitely,
be
yeah.
ashamed of your dick.
Yeah.
Off a serious note.
Off a serious note.
Off a serious note. I think that's a perfect title.
Yeah, that's a perfect title.
Dilbo Beginnings and
With Dildo
Rikneji.
Beginnings and
Rikneji
Rikneji.
the Spartan or the Greek or dude. All right, so this is the thing. I had this obsession with Greek culture or like ancient Greek culture for the matter. Since I was like super young, right? I was into 300. I was into Age of Mythology, the Greeks and stuff. I was like the Greek guy, and that was when I was younger, right? Like I was in love with that, and now that I'm older, I am really into Greek girls. I honestly, they can fuck the best of the entire world. So
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I'm learning Italian now. I'm almost done with Italian, but I think after Italian, I might do Greek, man.
Alright, okay, cool.
Yeah, but
That's really
we'll
nice.
have to see
You
about
just need to
that.
get yourself like an like a Greek goddess, you know. You can do that.
Yeah, I'm
just
certainly
like-
a Greek god, so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could fuck Aphrodite. Yeah, definitely.
Dude, Aphrodite's my mother.
Yo, you could fuck Aphrodite, definitely.
I'll be a motherfucker.
Yeah, you would definitely be a motherfucker. And you would like get into like the
Imagine
Greek history
fucking
as
a
the
god,
motherfucker. You would
Dude,
be like the
imagine
god of
gods
motherfuckers.
The alpha motherfucker.
The alpha motherfucker.
Yeah, but hey man, like imagine fucking a god. Imagine like what if gods like those gods were actually like a lot of conspiracy theories still. What if those gods were aliens, right?
Yeah.
And some of those goddesses are really hot, and you get abducted by a spaceship for some reason, and you just decide to fuck the chick over there. How about that?
That would be like amazing actually.
That would be that like everybody like, oh man, I saw a UFO. Oh man, I got abducted. You're like, well, I fucked one, so.
Yeah. Oh my god, I got
I
enlightened.
want a fucking alien now.
Yeah. Everybody is like, oh my god, I got enlightened, and you'll be like, I enlightened God.
Dude, I fucked an alien. How about you? What did you do?
Holy shit.
Looking
What did you get
documentaries
to
about
make of your life?
UFOs. Well, guess what? I fucked an alien.
Oh, nice.
That's
Okay,
my
you got your
ultimate-
degree. Oh, nice. I fucked an alien.
Yeah. Oh man, that is my ultimate goal.
Oh, nice. You're getting married. Oh, nice. Yeah, I fucked an alien.
I have children on another planet.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
You have
your children graduated from high school? Well, guess what? My children colonized a new planet.
Yeah.
about
Oh, you
that?
have children in your basement. I have children in my fucking space shuttle.
And they're mine.
And I don't feed
I didn't
them.
steal them this time. Oh man, hey, but do you actually believe in UFOs? I'm starting to believe, man, because of all these things that I just see, Joe Rogan podcast and like
No.
stories about high officials that are talking about it and shit.
Oh shit! No, actually, I don't believe in any conspiracy theories. I don't believe in any of them.
In any
I
well,
only believe
there
I
are-
only believe that Bush did 9/11.
Really, but that's a conspiracy theory.
No, yeah, but that's the only one I
But
believe.
you know,
No,
saying
actually,
you don't
fuck
believe in
fuck that.
conspiracy
No,
theories.
no,
That's pretty
I,
weird
yeah,
because
definitely don't.
a lot of them are bullshit, but there are some of them that eventually turned out to be true. Like Jeffrey Epstein, that used to be a conspiracy theory.
What is Jeffrey Epstein?
There's like this documentary on Netflix about Jeffrey Epstein, this multimillionaire or like really rich guy that had like
So who,
a
like
sex
like
ring
pedophilic?
of yeah, exactly, and that used to be a conspiracy theory, right?
I
And
don't
another
know.
thing,
Maybe.
like I think back in the day, like around maybe the 1910 or something, I don't know. Back in the day, they believed that the mafia was a conspiracy as well. Like they were like, so you're telling me that the group of old Italian guys are running basically a lot of this country, and they know of each other? Yeah, sure, right? And eventually it was the case. So conspiracy theories can turn out to be true. But that doesn't
Okay.
mean that most of them are bullshit. Like, let's be honest. Like, the dinosaurs did never exist, and that the Holocaust never happened. I think those things are really fucking retarded. I mean, no, they're
Yeah,
the
that's
truth.
retarded as fuck.
They're the truth. Did you see Borat 2?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, I really endorse that, watching that movie. You should watch it. It's
Yeah, I definitely
it's
will.
exactly the humor that we like.
Yeah, Borat 1 is like amazing, so
Borat 2
definitely
is
will.
even better in my opinion. But some
Really?
people
Oh,
think 1
nice.
is better. I thought 2 was better.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm curious. I'm gonna watch it
Well, we will.
soon. Maybe we could watch it together sometime. That would be cool.
Yeah, 1, I would like to watch 1 again, but like 2, I don't think I would watch it again.
Oh, okay. But you think
Because
2 is
I
better,
already
right?
I just saw it, right? I just saw it a week ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair.
So yeah.
So,
But I don't know,
yeah, I'll
whenever
watch
you
it.
gotta go, you just gotta go, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go soon. There was a fun podcast. I am really curious how it's gonna like turn out with my storytelling and stuff, and I'm gonna practice this a lot. I hope people like kept on listening in my story, because I understand if people just like hooked off, just
Then they
didn't feel like
get to
listening
the
anymore.
fun part.
Yeah, exactly. And I also hope like a lot of people are like telling me of thinking like, what a fucking idiot is that guy, and I hope like a lot of people are making fun of me right now, because that means that my job is done.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
So Rick, it was very fun. I'm gonna go now. I have to feed the children in my basement.
yeah,
Uh,
sure. Yeah, mine all died, so I don't have that thing to do anymore.
yeah,
Anyway, it
exactly.
was
Well,
really
mine
fun.
don't yet. So yeah.
Hit us up in the comments, like this video, subscribe, send this to all of your friends, send this to all of your family, send this to your grandma, send this to your high school teacher, send this to the guy that you're dubbing
Send this
class.
to your high school teacher.
Send this to
Yes,
absolutely everyone.
definitely send this to your high school teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Like hit a message like, "Hey, I actually jerked off to you."
Yeah.
Right, and then pick out the like most ugly high school teacher, like the old one is almost retired, you know? And
Yeah,
send that to
exactly.
them.
Definitely do that. That's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening, and
Also,
we'll
also
probably
don't.
see you. Oh,
Yeah. Also don't forget to feed the children in your basement, and we'll catch you next time.
all right. See ya. Bye bye.
Goodbye.